Hey, what is going on, guys? This is SMEV Reviews, and today we are taking a look at the newest collaboration from Sting and Shaggy titled 44 to 876. Let's get to it. Alright, up front, I don't really have too much of a reggae background. I have heard the occasional song, Bob Marley, the occasional reggae song, but really, I do not know a lot about the genre. So, when I'm gonna talk here, I can't really compare this to other things in the genre. That just isn't something I have enough information about. I have listened to a couple just for this review. Like I said, I have a little bit, but really, I don't have much. I really don't at all. So I can't really say in the context of reggae how this album holds up. But in the context of music, I can, because that music as a whole is something I know. So I can review it like that. So, what did we get from this weird reggae collaboration from Shaggy and Sting? So, honestly, I don't feel that the collaboration's that unnatural, and I'm sure a lot of people don't. Sting's always kind of dabbled in reggae, not like full on reggae, but kind of some reggae grooves, as well as just a little. He works with reggae, just his sound works with that kind of style. So this collaboration actually kind of made sense to me. It probably wasn't going to be the first one that I chose, but it makes sense, honestly. And it does actually work. Sting has a very soft and melodic voice. And then pair that with Shaggy, who's very abrasive, and I don't say that negatively. His voice is rather abrasive, and definitely that stereotypical reggae sound. And honestly, it works. I really do think that the collaboration works. It's a very nice contrast of their two voices, the abrasiveness and the very smoothness. And even Sting's bass style is very, at least in this album, he has done a little more abrasive bass lines, but at least in this album, oh no, it is very soft and smooth and gentle, and it really does work great, because as I said, all those Shaggy elements, all those things that he's influencing are very abrasive compared with the very soft and melodic, and it works so well. I really do think that the collaboration works just in the concept. Now, whenever we get to the individual songs, there are some weaker tracks, especially towards the back half of the album. Not even the back half, I'd say the last 4, maybe 5 tracks. They're a little weaker, but honestly, they're still fine. It's not like they're terrible, which is something that I feel like I say about some albums, but it just sometimes applies. And honestly, I do think this album has a lot of great moments, but it does have a couple just meh moments, and that's definitely the last couple tracks. There's a couple others thrown in, but really, I'd say it's the last couple tracks. But honestly, even on those moments, it's still okay. I mean, I definitely would probably, if they were all on the level of the last couple tracks, yeah, I'd probably give it, I don't know, 6.5 possibly. But there are some really killer tracks. And that is what pushes this album up, because there are some really, really good collaborations. Don't Make Me Wait is probably one of the best tracks. It was the lead single, and it honestly works really well. It has a really fun and bouncy bass line, and Sting honestly sounds great. He holds most of the chorus, and then Shaggy comes in for most of the verses, and it really sounds good. I think both of their voices sound great on this song, and they both bring their own style to it, and it definitely sounds like the mishmash of their reggae and a little more of that adult contemporary sound that we had with Sting, at least in his solo career, obviously not with the Police. And it really does work. It works great. The lyrics obviously aren't anything incredibly deep, but most of this album is just happy fun. And there are some sad songs, but they're massed as happy songs. Gotta Get Back My Baby is a perfect example. That's probably one of the funnest sounding songs. And it's a really sad song in general. I mean, just by the title, it's obvious what the song's about. And none of the lyrics are incredibly deep, but most of it's just mindless fun. And even on the sad moments, it's still fun. They really do make it fun. Probably the only, sad song is Sad Trombone, and that's self-explanatory. Sad Trombone is a good song. It's one of the last couple tracks that's actually kind of interesting. It's not my favorite track, but it definitely works. It takes a lot more Sting sound than Shaggy's, but regardless, Gotta Get Back My Baby is bouncy and fun, and while I think a lot of people won't like it, it's an excellent dance song. Sting harmonizes perfectly with Shaggy here, and it really works great. I feel like it's probably not one a lot of people will like because it's a little dorky, I guess would be the best word to say, but it's one that really clicks with me, not because of the lyrical content or anything. It just works. The whole thing works. This is an example of their styles mishmashing and not being overrun by simply reggae or simply that adult contemporary kind of sound. It really works, and that is what I love about, so at the high moments they really do work. Sting was quoted as just being Shaggy's bassist. I totally disagree with this. I think Sting definitely has his own legs to stand on here, which not that he needed that star power. He definitely is a huge name, but he has his own legs to stand on. It does not. I honestly really don't think that one artist stands out more than the other or has more time than the other. Possibly Shaggy, which obviously that affirms what he says, but hardly. I mean, because usually if there's one song that's primarily dominated by Shaggy, the next song is primarily dominated by Sting himself. So I don't really think that there's an imbalance here. And like I said, even in styles, I think it probably leans more reggae, but honestly, there's been a little reggae stylings with Sting, and like I said, he's always had that softer kind of melodic sound that's never really focused on one sound. It's just kind of there, and it really does work. I don't ever feel like one style wins out, and so yeah, totally, this album does not seem like Sting's just Shaggy's bassist. It works. It works for me great. Now, some songs are obviously a little dorky. The title track, which I had to look up, it's the area codes for both of their home countries, the UK and Jamaica, and it's dorky, cheesy. I mean, it's pretty much just like, hey, I got my buddy Sting, hey, I got my buddy Shaggy, and it's dorky and it's silly. And it definitely, from a critical point of view, it's nothing amazing. I don't really like it, honestly, but even then, I listen to it and I have a hard time hating it because it's just such mindless fun. They seem to be really enjoying this. And just hearing artists having fun, that's great. And while obviously they need to have good music behind it, it's not terrible. It just doesn't quite hold up to songs like the previous two I mentioned. Honestly, I felt like Shaggy could get a little annoying, and at points it kind of can. Not because I completely dislike his voice, but it's a very similar vocal style that he always uses. And I thought it would get really annoying to me, but no, honestly, he mixes it up, and just when you think you're going to get tired of it, Sting will come in, and he has that softer voice, and it doesn't really matter. And even then, you could say the same about Sting. You could think you'd get tired of that Sting softer voice, and then Shaggy comes in. It really does work as a collaboration. I feel like a lot of critics are going to pan this album, because it's not perfect. It really isn't. But it's a collaboration the collaboration was perfect. Maybe the album's not, but the collaboration was, which just gives it so much great power behind it. Even if every song was just meh, it's still good just because of how perfectly that collaboration works together. So, while there is some flaws here, I honestly do like it. I know, like I said, I feel like from a critical point of view, which I haven't really read any reviews on this, but I see where critics will pan this. I see the low points. I see the flaws here. And it doesn't bother me because it's just so happy. They're having a great time. And really, every element that could be bad is balanced out by the other member of the collaboration. I really do think this is a great effort. There are some down points. There are possibly 5 songs on this, 5 out of 12, I believe, that are meh. And those obviously have to be accounted for. I'm not just going to write those off, but it's still good, and I really do like it. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching. What did you guys think of this? Please let me know. I'm really curious to see what you all think. Please let me know. Besides that, what can I do to improve the video quality and any upcoming albums that you'd like me to check out? Please let me know them because I'd love to review those albums. I just don't know. I just kind of have to gamble at what I'm gonna do. And so I'd love to hear what you have to say. Besides that, thank you guys so much. It really does mean a lot, and I'll see you guys later.